What if I told you that most cancer patients don't get the full benefits from the cancer treatments given to them by their oncologist? Unfortunately, most oncologists don't give the patients a real and scientifically accurate answer. Some oncologists even say, eat whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. Nothing can be further from the truth.
Have you ever feared that a warm cup of tea could decide whether your cancer shrink or spreads? Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there may be leaves or roots powerful enough to make tumor cells self-destruct, yet almost nobody talks about them. Stay with us, because in the next few seconds you'll hear about the first cancer-killing tea that hospitals rarely mention. Here's a quick preview. It's black tea, but when brewed correctly, it acts like a microscopic cleanup crew, removing harmful cells from your body. We'll show you exactly how in less than 1 minute. Dr. William Li has helped thousands of patients fight cancer using scientifically proven foods and lifestyle strategies. His groundbreaking research has been featured in prestigious journals published by Harvard and the Mayo Clinic. Over the next half hour, you'll discover precisely which herbal teas trigger cancer cell suicide, a process called apoptosis, along with exact brewing instructions including temperature, steeping time, and safe daily servings. You'll also learn about the toxic mistakes people unknowingly make when choosing healthy tea bags at the grocery store. Finally, we'll give you a simple 60-second daily routine that combines all 15 teas into a powerful weekly anti-cancer regimen. Ready to begin? Let's start tasting victory. 1 black tea.
You know, Earl Grey, English breakfast tea. There's a lot of black teas that are out there. Fermented teas are also black. Now, black teas are actually start out as green tea, and then they're actually oxidized until they turn black. And then they can actually be fermented as well. Now, black tea contains the same polyphenols, catechins, as green tea does. Maybe a little bit less because of the oxidation, but it's still there. And it turns out that same way the green tea is useful because of these catechins and polyphenols, black tea is also useful. And studies have been done in Italy of black tea and the impact of black tea on stem cells and vascular health. So they took older people who had definitely bad circulation and gave them black tea, 2 cups to drink for a day for a month. And they actually measured in their blood their stem cells. And what they found is that black tea would actually cause stem cells to come flying out into their circulation. These are stem cells normally found in the bone marrow that would actually repair the circulation and improve circulation. Now, how do they know this? Because they did flow-mediated dilation. They did that blood pressure test to see how well the blood vessels would rebound. And from compared to before black tea and then till after a month of black tea, they saw tremendous improvement. Now, here's what they also did, these researchers. They added whipped cream into the black tea to see what would actually happen. All right, and guess what? The whipped cream, the high dairy, remember, I've made other videos to actually tell you this. Dairy in milk or coffee will form little soap bubbles, and those soap bubbles trap the good stuff. They trap the polyphenols. So in the case of black tea, little dairy fat soap bubbles trap the catechins, the polyphenols. So when you drink the black tea, those soap bubbles roll down your gut and you're not absorbing as much of the polyphenols, all right? You absorb some, but not as much. And that's exactly what they found when they had black tea and they added whipped cream to it. Probably tasted pretty good, honestly. It actually lowered the amount of stem cells that came out. Stem cells didn't come out quite as frequently, all right? And so that shows you you're not getting as many polyphenols. And that's one of the reasons why you don't want to use dairy milk in tea or coffee. Same thing will happen with coffee. Nut milk is fine. Oat milk is fine. Soy milk is actually fine. Just don't use dairy milk.
Many people overlook the cancer-fighting potential of the humble cup of black tea. But skipping this simple, everyday beverage could leave your DNA dangerously exposed. Without protection, unstable molecules called free radicals can attack your cells, creating mutations that silently fuel cancer. Fortunately, one of the world's most common drinks, traditional black tea, contains potent compounds scientifically proven to defend your cells against this threat. In a remarkable study done in the Molecular Nutrition and Food Research Journal, researchers discovered powerful antioxidants called theaflavins hidden within Assam black tea. These theaflavins dramatically reduced colon cancer cell growth in laboratory tests. Beyond merely shielding your cells, these special antioxidants actively disrupt the signaling pathways that tumors rely on to grow, effectively blocking cancer at the cellular level. Here's exactly how you can harness the cancer-fighting benefits of black tea today. Always choose high-quality loose-leaf tea, rather than typical grocery store tea bags, which often contain lower-quality fragments or dust. For optimal protection, measure out 4 grams, about 1 rounded teaspoon, of loose black tea and steep it in freshly boiled water at about 95 degrees Celsius, 203 degrees Fahrenheit, for exactly 3 minutes. Avoid steeping longer to prevent bitter, harsh tannins from being released. Drink 1 8-ounce cup with breakfast to ensure the caffeine won't disrupt your sleep. Deep sleep is vital for immune system repair and overall cancer defense. Additionally, black tea offers several other health benefits, such as improved heart health, lower overall inflammation, sharper mental focus, and reduced stress. Key factors in maintaining overall wellness and preventing disease. Stay tuned, because in just 20 seconds, you'll learn about a bright green leaf that actively forces stubborn tumors to clean house from the inside out, providing yet another powerful layer of protection in your fight against cancer. 2. Moringa tea. Skipping moringa tea may unknowingly leave your body exposed to rogue cancer-promoting signals called cytokines. These harmful messengers can become louder and stronger, urging cancer cells to spread rapidly throughout your body. Thankfully, moringa tea holds a hidden power capable of silencing these dangerous signals. Many separate animal and laboratory cell studies, highlighted in the journal Discover Oncology, confirm that antioxidants found in moringa significantly slow the spread of oral cancer. Even more impressively, these powerful compounds actively trigger internal self-destruct signals within cancer cells, prompting rogue cells to break down and die naturally before they can spread further. To unlock moringa tea's powerful health benefits, preparation is crucial. Begin with high-quality dried moringa leaf powder. Measure 1 teaspoon and steep it gently in hot water, ideally around 80 degrees Celsius, 176 degrees Fahrenheit, for exactly 5 minutes. It's very important to avoid boiling the water, as excessive heat destroys moringa's key enzyme, myrosinase, which helps release powerful anti-cancer compounds known as glucosinolates. Because moringa is potent, it's safest to follow a simple routine. Drink it for 5 days, then pause for 2 days each week. This schedule helps your digestive system adjust comfortably and prevents stomach upset, allowing you to consistently benefit from moringa's cancer-fighting properties. Stay tuned, because right after this, you'll meet another extraordinary tea, a special variety known as Ulong, or Ulong Tea, which effectively starves tumors by cutting off their primary fuel source. 3 Blue Oolong Tea.
Then going down into even more fermented tea, because traditionally, again, this idea that in our wellness community, we wind up having all these mantras, must drink green tea and oxidized fermented tea is no good. Turns out that's not true. The science is showing that oolong tea, which is slightly fermented, also good for your metabolism. You can lose your waist, you can shrink your waist size, your waist circumference, lose body fat. And then even perhaps more surprising, if you take the extreme of fermented smoky dark teas, there's a tea that I write about called Pu'er tea. P-U-apostrophe-E-R-H. One of your favorites, right? Yeah. One of mine as well. This comes from a village of Pu'er that back thousands of years actually traded tea on the Silk Road. So they smoked the tea, they fermented it so it would actually survive the tea journey. And it turns out research had been done to show that Pu'er tea lights up your brown fat, burns up, triggers your excess fat burning by burning the cells, decreases your stem cells from making more fat, and fats, visceral fat as well. Quite remarkable that this fermented tea that's supposedly, fermented, can't be good, doesn't have any of the polyphenol stuff, wrong. And on top of that, they've actually discovered just a few years ago that there is this tradition, 1,000-year-old tradition of making Pu'er tea. There's even a bacteria, a probiotic that actually the bacteria is grown in the way that's fermented. In fact, they call it Pu'ercillus, like a bacillus that actually grows in Pu'er tea. So this is actually a probiotic tea, which to me is remarkable. And not only does it improve gut health, it's good for your metabolism as well. So it fires up your brown fat.
Skipping oolong tea could leave your body vulnerable, especially if you're concerned about estrogen-sensitive tumors. These tumors rely heavily on estrogen signals, and without the protective compounds found in oolong tea, they might continue multiplying unchecked. In fact, research published by the Food Science and Human Wellness Journal highlights how powerful Oolong tea can be against cancer. In laboratory studies, specific compounds within Oolong tea were shown to damage cancer cells' DNA and successfully prevent the formation of breast tumors in mice. This groundbreaking discovery underscores Oolong's potential as a potent natural ally in fighting cancer, particularly estrogen-sensitive types. Making Oolong tea a part of your daily routine is easy. Simply measure 2 grams, about 1 teaspoon, of loose Oolong tea leaves and steep them at precisely 85 degrees Celsius, 185 degrees Fahrenheit, for 2 minutes. After finishing your first cup, reuse the same leaves for another steeping. This second cup delivers all the beneficial antioxidants again, but with only half the caffeine, making it ideal for maintaining steady energy levels throughout the afternoon without disrupting sleep. Drinking Oolong tea after lunch also helps prevent blood sugar spikes, which cancer cells thrive on. Here's why Oolong works so well. Catechins, powerful antioxidants in Oolong tea, neutralize dangerous free radicals before they damage cells and trigger cancerous mutations. Theanine, another key compound in Oolong, naturally reduces stress and lowers cortisol levels, allowing your immune system to better patrol and eliminate harmful cells. Lastly, the modest caffeine content in Oolong boosts your metabolism gently, helping your body burn fat more efficiently, a critical factor in cancer prevention. Stay tuned, because in just 30 seconds, you'll learn about an ordinary kitchen herb that smells deliciously like pizza, but packs a cancer-fighting punch stronger than some chemotherapy drugs. You won't want to miss this powerful herbal ally. 4. Thyme Tea.
Look what I found in Ireland, in a little grocery store. A big bag of thyme, rosmarinic acid. Not only does it make your food taste delicious, but it also helps to improve your metabolism and lower inflammation at the same time. That's pretty cool when you're actually looking around just a grocery store to identify those foods that are good for you and good for your food. Makes your food taste great and improves your health.
Neglecting thyme tea could unintentionally allow cancer cells to flourish unchecked. Triple-negative breast cancer is aggressive, stubborn, and often resistant to conventional treatments. Thankfully, tiny thyme leaves pack a surprising punch that can help turn the tide against these challenging tumors. Recent scientific studies like the one in toxicology in vitro highlight thyme's powerful potential. Researchers discovered that thyme essential oil significantly reduced breast cancer cell viability by a remarkable 50% within hours. The secret lies in thymol, thyme's key active compound, which targets cancer cells directly, disrupting their growth signals and weakening their ability to survive. Here's exactly how to prepare a potent and delicious cup of thyme tea at home. Start by crushing half a teaspoon of dried thyme leaves gently to release their beneficial oils. Then, steep the crushed thyme in hot water for 4 minutes, no longer, as oversteeping can create bitterness. After steeping, strain out the leaves and add a small sliver of orange peel. This simple step not only brightens the tea's flavor, but also boosts your body's ability to absorb thymol, enhancing its cancer-fighting potential. Now, you might wonder, can I overdo it? The good news is that enjoying up to 2 cups daily is safe and beneficial for most people. Drinking more, however, may irritate your stomach, so sticking to 2 cups daily is the ideal balance. Don't click away just yet. In just 20 seconds, you'll discover a vibrant, ruby-red flower tea scientifically shown to starve prostate tumors and support men's health. Stay tuned. 5. Hibiscus Tea. Ignoring hibiscus tea may allow prostate cancer cells to quietly keep recruiting new blood vessels, fueling their dangerous growth. Tumors rely on these tiny blood vessels for nutrients, and without hibiscus tea's hidden protection, prostate cancer can continue to spread and become more aggressive. Fortunately, science reveals that hibiscus has remarkable anti-cancer powers. A study published in the Journal of Cancer Prevention showed that hibiscus leaf extract triggered apoptosis, or natural cell death, in human prostate tumor cells, both in lab tests and live mice. In other words, hibiscus tea can actively weaken prostate cancer cells, cutting off their lifeline. Here's how you can quickly harness hibiscus tea's potent anti-cancer benefits at home. Take 1 tablespoon of dried hibiscus calyx, the deep red petals of the flower, and steep them in water heated to about 90 degrees Celsius, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, for exactly 6 minutes. To get the most out of your tea, drink it iced. This method helps preserve hibiscus's valuable vitamin C content. For maximum impact, pair your iced hibiscus tea with a small handful of walnuts. These healthy fats help your body absorb anthocyanins, the powerful compounds that give hibiscus its deep ruby color and anti-cancer effects. 6. Chamomile tea.
Some chamomile tea can calm your body. Now, chamomile has been shown to contain a bioactive called apigenin, A-P-I-G-E-N-I-N. Apigenin is also found in parsley, for example, but apigenin is a powerful anti-inflammatory. So not only when you sip some chamomile tea when you're sick, not only does it actually calm you down, hydrate you, but the apigenin found in chamomile flowers that's in a tea also helps to lower the inflammation, right? So you might be taking non-steroidals and ibuprofen, those kinds of things, or cold medicines, but the natural form of this actually can be also helpful to lower inflammation. Now, I got to tell you, I was talking about chamomile tea. I would actually advise not to have regular tea with caffeine or regular coffee. When I feel sick, when I get the flu, for example, I kind of stay away from my morning coffee, which I normally drink. That caffeine whips you up. It actually causes your sympathetic wake up neurotransmitters to come pouring out. All of a sudden, you're more alert. That kind of counters your healing, relaxing, chilling state of being. So I would say, and the caffeine also, depending on when you drink it, can interfere with your sleep. Now, if you have it in the morning, it should be burned out by the evening, but then it actually doesn't allow you to chill out during the day. If you have it later in the day, coffee or tea, for example, that can interfere with your sleep. And when you're sick, you really, really want to have good, deep REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. This is like when you dream, okay? Because when you're in that deep sleep, number one, your brain's channels, sewer drain opens up to allow the release of the toxins. So you detox your brain when you've got good sleep, whether you get the flu or not. Okay, so that's always the reason to get good night's sleep. But the other thing that happens is that when you're sleeping, your gut microbiome reboots, your immune system reboots, it rebuilds itself. You actually are in an active healing mode as well.
Poor sleep is far more dangerous than most people realize, especially for cancer survivors. When you don't sleep deeply enough, your immune system weakens, dramatically increasing the odds of cancer recurrence. Skipping chamomile tea means you're missing out on one of the safest and easiest ways to guard your sleep and your health. Science confirms that chamomile tea isn't just calming, it actively fights cancer. Research published in the journal Frontiers in Oncology highlights a powerful compound in chamomile called apigenin. Apigenin works by blocking the enzymes that tumors use to spread throughout the body, effectively reducing the risk of cancer cells traveling beyond their original site. Here's a simple nightly routine to help you fully unlock chamomile tea's protective power. Place 1 pyramid-shaped chamomile tea bag in 250 milliliters of hot water, heated to about 95 degrees Celsius or 203 degrees Fahrenheit, and steep gently for 5 minutes. Drink this comforting tea about 30 minutes before bed to give apigenin time to soothe your nervous system and prime your body for deep, restorative sleep. To enhance your relaxation and boost chamomile's effects, pair your tea with this easy deep breathing technique. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for another 4 seconds, and then exhale gently for 6 seconds between sips. This practice helps lower stress hormones, boosts your immune function, and prepares your body for a peaceful, cancer-fighting night's rest. Keep watching. Next, you'll discover a spicy root tea scientifically proven to melt away lung cancer cells. We're just 15 seconds away. 7. Ginger tea.
What about ginger? Another root. Really amazing root. I love ginger that you can actually find in the fresh market of the grocery store. You can find it dried in the spice market. Now, what's in ginger? Ginger has a bioactive called gingerol. Now, gingerol has been studied. It's anti-inflammatory. It is antioxidant. It also cuts off the blood supply to tumors. This is something I worked on as well. And gingerol also can actually improve metabolism and help to lower lipids as well.
Inflammation silently fuels tumor growth, allowing cancer cells to thrive beneath your awareness. Ignoring ginger tea means letting this hidden inflammation go unchecked, potentially feeding tumors day by day. But ginger tea offers a powerful defense, calming inflammation at the source and actively fighting cancer cells. The key cancer-fighting ingredient in ginger is called 6-gingerol. Scientists publishing in the respected journal Cells recently discovered that 6-gingerol directly halted the growth of non-small cell lung cancer cells. It worked by causing DNA damage inside the cancer cells and triggering apoptosis, meaning the cancer cells essentially self-destructed, dramatically reducing their ability to spread and survive. To easily incorporate ginger tea into your daily cancer defense routine, follow this simple preparation. Take a fresh piece of ginger root, about 1 centimeter thick, slice it into thin pieces, and gently simmer it in 300 milliliters of water for 5 minutes. For maximum effectiveness, add a small dash of black pepper right after simmering. Pepper contains piperine, a compound shown to triple your body's absorption of gingerol, giving you 3 times the protective power in each cup. Stay tuned. Coming up in just 20 seconds, you'll discover a common backyard weed that major scientific labs now call a selective cancer sniper, targeting cancer cells while leaving healthy cells unharmed. 8. Dandelion Root Tea. Most people dismiss dandelions as common weeds cluttering their lawns, unaware of their powerful cancer-fighting potential. Recent groundbreaking research published in the respected journal Scientific Reports shows exactly how potent dandelion root can be. In laboratory studies, scientists found that combining dandelion root with a vitamin A derivative actively disrupted the signals breast cancer cells use to spread, metastasize. Remarkably, healthy cells stayed unharmed, proving dandelion's unique selectivity. Making your own protective dandelion tea at home is easy. Start by roasting 2 tablespoons of chopped dandelion roots until they turn a rich brown. Then, boil the roasted roots in water for about 10 minutes. Drink this soothing, nutty-flavored tea after dinner to help your liver detoxify harmful byproducts from chemotherapy or daily environmental toxins during the night. You might wonder, does dandelion tea clash with medications? Yes, it can interact with diuretic drugs, so it's crucial to consult your oncologist or healthcare provider first to stay safe and informed. 9. Pomegranate Peel Tea. Breast tumors can be notoriously resistant to conventional therapy, making treatment challenging and outcomes uncertain. Ignoring pomegranate peel tea means missing out on one of nature's most powerful triggers for cancer cell death, potentially letting tumors persist unchecked. Exciting research from the respected journal Toxicology Research recently revealed the potent abilities hidden within pomegranate peels. In laboratory tests, scientists discovered that extracts from these peels significantly increased apoptosis, or programmed cell death, specifically in breast cancer cells. Even better, the same extracts simultaneously blocked the formation of new cancer cells, creating a powerful double-action effect against tumors. Making this protective tea is surprisingly simple. First, carefully dry organic pomegranate peels in a low-temperature oven until crisp. Then, grind the dried peels into a fine powder. To prepare your tea, use half a teaspoon of this powder per 200 milliliters of hot water, steeping gently for about 6 minutes. The result is a rich, ruby-colored brew brimming with cancer-fighting polyphenols. For extra health benefits, and to delight your taste buds, pair your pomegranate peel tea with a sprinkle of cinnamon. This delicious combination not only enhances the flavor but also helps regulate blood sugar, providing additional support against inflammation and cancer risk. But we're not finished yet. Coming up is one final tea. Vivid green, creamy, and perhaps the most scientifically studied tea of all. You won't want to miss this remarkable finale. 10 Matcha Powder Tea.
Matcha tea is actually good for you. Oolong tea, which is slightly fermented green tea, also has metabolic benefits, also has polyphenols. And then for green tea, if you have matcha, which you find in a ceremonial tea, you find in a Japanese restaurant, it's bright green tea. It's kind of opaque because it's actually made with powder, and it's the entire tea leaf that's powdered. A lot of people don't realize this, but matcha is super packed with polyphenols. You know why? Matcha is grown in a very particular way. 28 days before they pick the tea leaf to make matcha, they put it under shade. They basically cover it with a canopy, and the shade is there. So the tea, in response to the tea leaf,
tea plant, in response to shade, actually wants to make more polyphenols. So they make anywhere from 30 to 300 times more polyphenols under the shade. All right. And then what happens when you pick the leaf, you cut off the stem, and then they dry and powder the entire leaf. And so that's why you have so much more polyphenol.
It's like a stress response to not having enough sun.
First is a stress response in a plant, but then you get more, rather than having it in a tea bag or loose tea leaves, you actually powder the entire leaf. So you're getting the entire leaf, including all the polyphenols. So you drink all the polyphenols, which is why you get 30 to 300 times more than just dunking a tea bag. You also get the dietary fiber, good for your gut microbiome. So matcha tea actually is quite amazing. Actually done a study to show that matcha tea extracts can kill breast cancer stem cells.
Wow.
I'm always amazed by that because, look, as somebody who's been involved with biotech development and cancer treatment development, finding something that could kill stem cells, cancer stem cells, like breast cancer stem cells, which is what makes cancers come back, is a holy grail. We don't have a drug for it, but here, matcha tea actually been shown in the lab to actually be able to do that. To me, is actually really jaw-dropping.
If you skip matcha tea, you're missing out on EGCG, one of nature's most powerful anti-cancer compounds, particularly effective at blocking angiogenesis, the process tumors use to build new blood vessels and grow rapidly. Recent groundbreaking research published in 2024 by the journal International Immunopharmacology revealed that EGCG directly triggers apoptosis in cancer cells by activating their internal stress pathways, effectively causing them to self-destruct before they can spread. Preparing this cancer-fighting powerhouse is simple. Sift 1 gram of ceremonial-grade matcha powder into a bowl. Whisk it smoothly into 70 milliliters of warm water heated to around 80 degrees Celsius, 176 degrees Fahrenheit, and enjoy this creamy green drink mid-morning. Drinking matcha at this time provides a gentle caffeine boost to enhance your mood and energy without disturbing your nighttime rest. Beyond cancer protection, matcha tea blocks the formation of new blood vessels that tumors rely on, shields your DNA from harmful UV damage, and actively supports the beneficial bacteria in your gut, strengthening your digestion, immunity, and overall health. And there you have it. 9 powerful teas backed by real science, each with the potential to support your body's natural ability to fight cancer. From black tea's DNA defense to matcha's blood vessel blocking EGCG, these aren't just comforting drinks, they're life-changing allies hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got more science-backed healing strategies coming, and you won't want to miss what's next. Your next sip could save a life, maybe even your own. Subscribe now.